Hi all, happy Friday, TGIF. Ugh, this little ball thing never stays tight, so you wibble wobble. That's as good as you're gonna get. So if you haven't ever downloaded the app Freebie Alerts, it's Freebie Alerts, you should do it. What it does is it searches, you put your area and it searches all the posts in your area on those neighborhood sites, Facebook Marketplace, any of the other kind of sites that have free stuff or pay stuff, but it looks for the word free and then it sends you alerts so you can jump on it first thing. So today, I'm gonna put it so you can see it. I got a little fire pit and the bottom's a little rusted out, got a couple holes in it, but we got to looking at it and we thought, well, we could put like an aluminum foil pan in the bottom to cover over those little rusted holes and still use it to, make s'mores, make weenies, just sit out over a nice fire in the fall. And, my couch I got that way. I've gotten lots of things that way. And hopefully they'll still have them tomorrow. I'm gonna go, if they still have them, haven't given them away to somebody else. They have these pavers, like rock type pavers, but not bumpy rocks, more smooth. And we're gonna go pick those up and start working on my front yard, make like a walkway through the middle of the yard so it looks like a stream kind of or something. But they may be gone because we can't really go get them till tomorrow. After we volunteer tomorrow at a church I'm doing, our church does, they call it Serve the City, and once a month they have different things, like before school they did backpacks for the kids and stuff for the teachers, or they did stuff for hospital workers, or they just do different things. This month it's small businesses. So one set of teams is going to very small businesses and doing what they, paint or clean or garden or whatever they need. And part of that group, which is the offsite group, is also going to prayer walk around different businesses. And then the group I'm doing, because, I'm getting too old to do all that manual labor stuff, I am part of a group that's putting together like baskets for the businesses where they'll have like granola bars and bottles of water and candy, little bags of candy, just stuff like that. So I'm gonna work on helping out with that tomorrow, and Kathy's gonna do the more manual labor because she's a generation younger than me, so she can. So it's kind of interesting. Kathy, evidently, my roommate Kathy, in case you don't know who she is, she used to be a long haul truck driver in one of her many jobs she's held. She's held lots of different jobs, so she's got lots of different skills. But she doesn't have her CDL license anymore because it expires after a while. She hasn't done it in a few years. So she found this place that they'll recertify you and retrain you and all that, and train you on different trucks that maybe you're not used to or whatever. And it's free, and then you just have to commit to work for them. And I can see why, because from what I understand, truck companies are having a hard time getting truck drivers. And she's got an old friend that she's going to team drive with him, so that makes me feel better that she'll be out on the road with a friend of hers that's like I think he's an ex-Marine and stuff, so he'll take good care of her. And he's married and older, and he's not going to be hitting on her, and she's not going to be by herself out on the road, so that makes me feel better. But she's going to be gone the whole time I'm going to be gone. She was going to take me and pick me up from the airport, but she's not going to be here in October. So I have to get my neighbor to keep an eye on my house for me, because neither one of us is going to be here. She'll be gone the whole month of October, and then she's just kind of come and go, just leave this as a home base and, you know, be on the road a lot. And she had an idea, and I ran it by my friend, and we'll see what happens there is, right now Kathy's got the 2 front bedrooms, and she's like, what do you think Liz, my friend that's in Costa Rica that's coming back, what do you think she would think about sharing the house with both of us and taking one of those 2 front bedrooms? I'm like, I'll run it by her. And she's like, because she'd like to come back like around the end of the year, Christmas time-ish, but her house is not, it's leased out till July, so she needs somewhere to stay. So she could rent an apartment, but they're ridiculously expensive. Plus, if you don't rent them for a whole year, then they're even more expensive. So she'd like to stay with me, so it'd be good. If Kathy's going to be gone all the time, it'd be company for me. I don't know if the room's big enough for her. She got rid of most of her stuff, so it might be. It's all up in the air again. My life is constantly up in the air, up in the air. Anyway, it's Friday, and I'm going to combine my 2 things I usually do on Fridays, which I haven't done in a while. I've got Fun Facts Fridays and Fabulous Friends Fridays, and I have one fabulous friend because I'm too lazy to look into some other ones, but this one's off the top of my head, and I'll tell you why in a minute. It's Kiki's Crackerjack box, and it's Kiki, and she does unboxings, makeup, she does shout outs like I'm doing. She does hauls, she does lots of collabs. She's a relatively new channel, and she also does these like spooky ghost story kind of things too. So check her out. I'll put her link below and go check her out. And the reason Kiki was on my mind was because she lives 2 towns down from me, about 15 miles away, maybe 20. So after I get back, we're gonna get together, and I don't know if we'll go live or we'll each film, or I don't know exactly what we're gonna do, but we're gonna have a YouTube meetup. Those are always fun. And she's on disability and can't get out much, so I'm just gonna go to her house, and we're not gonna go out and about anywhere. We'll just hang out at her house probably. But anyway, be watching for that towards the end of July, once I get back and get all settled from all my world travels. I'm gonna do that. So that is my one shout out, and I will put her below. And then I have my daughter-in-law's been saving these for me. They're from my grandson's calendar. We have, she sent me, he's doing this, there's this experimental class that they're doing. Instead of, you know how kids take SAT prep classes and they're like a Saturday or something, his school, it's a private Christian school, it's like the top one in Texas, year after year. They're doing this experiment where they're doing a semester-long SAT prep to see kind of what happens. And it's mostly all seniors. I think might be the only junior, because they asked him to do it because, you know, he's a real smart kid. So they wanted to see what benefit it was to juniors as well as seniors. So he's like the guinea pig kind of. So my daughter-in-law sent me some words, because I'm real good at, I used to help my granddaughter, his sister, study. And I'm good at throwing things out there to help them, like a hook to help them remember. Like one of his words last week was sublime, and I'm thinking, I said, think of a submarine with limes on it that's flying through the air. It's because sublime can mean elevated. It's up, elevated up in the air. So that was my little hook for him to remember that word. And then there was another one that was proliferation. And Bella, our white doggie that I occasionally babysit, in fact, she's coming next week. She likes to go bunny hunting in their country home. And she catches bunnies. So my sentence was something along the lines of, if Bella didn't catch them, there would be and eat them, there would be a proliferation of bunnies. I know it sounds gross. One time, where they have a big fire pit, like a brick round fire pit, and she was digging in the fire pit, and I'm like, what are you doing, girl? And she lifts her head up, and there's a rat tail hanging out of her mouth. And then she goes, bloop. And I'm like, oh, gross, but good girl, but oh, gross. So anyway, we have here, in 1994, the United States Postal Service announced plans to release a stamp featuring a mushroom cloud in order to mark the anniversary of World War II. Eventually, the idea was nixed when Japan protested. Do you think? How insensitive can you be? That's pretty bad. There's lots of other things, like the Normandy burial site with all the crosses or something. There's other ways you could, mark World War II. Coco Chanel famously ignored the no white after Labor Day rule. Nobody pays any attention to that anymore. Do you wear white after Labor Day? I do. If I feel like it, I wear it. I think we all do. Thanks to the pioneering work of Australia's Carl Kershninicki, I'm not pronouncing that right at all, in the early 2000s, we now know that older hairy men are more likely to get belly button lint. That guy, I almost try and say his name again, won a 2002 Nobel Prize for his work. What the heck? Why? Why would they give him a Nobel Prize? Okay, here's his name right there. You pronounce it. That is ridiculous. I mean, there's been some ridiculous Peace Prizes lately. I won't mention any names, but yeah. But yeah, that's a waste of a Nobel Prize as far as I'm concerned. Ipsy Dixit means an unproven assertion that relies only on the authority of the speaker. Okay, I guess if you're authoritative enough and an expert in your field, you could make some kind of stuff up and people would believe you. I think that's what they're saying, basically. I bought this. It was a rice jambalaya mix, and then I bought some andouille sausage. And I cut the andouille sausage and fried them up with some bell pepper, and then I cooked the rice mix, because it's rice and seasonings and stuff, and then I dumped the two together. It was really good. It was really spicy, and I couldn't decide if it was the rice mix that was spicy or the sausage that was spicy, but it was pretty spicy, but it was yummy. I don't know what is going on. I quit going to Weight Watchers about a month ago, and I've gained 10 pounds, and I'm not eating that bad. I don't know if it's because it's been hot and it's fluid retention or what, but I haven't been eating 10 pounds worth of bad. Let me put it that way. Don't know why I gained 10 pounds, but I had 2 doctor's appointments this last week, and I got one on Monday, and the one on Monday, the other one didn't say anything, but the one on Monday, she's going to say something. Sherlock Holmes may have been the role that Benedict Cumberbatch was born to play in 2017. Researchers at Ancestry.com discovered that Cumberbatch and Sherlock Holmes creator Sir Arthur Conan Doyle are 16th cousins twice removed. Isn't it 16 times removed? I'm not sure what the twice removed means. I thought that meant like if it's your second cousin, it's once removed, and if it's your third cousin, it's twice removed, or whatever. I don't know what they mean, but I don't know what twice removed means, I guess, because I thought it would be 16 times removed. The first Google Doodle appeared in August 30th, 1998. It featured a stick figure announcing that the entire staff had gone to Burning Man. I don't think that was true, but I don't think I've ever seen those Google Doodles, or maybe once or twice. Not sure when they do them, or I don't know. I think they just occasionally, instead of it saying Google, it'll be some weird thing that they just throw in there just for the heck of it. In 2016, a bloodhound named Ludivine escaped his yard in Alabama and joined in a nearby half marathon and finished in 7th place. Okay. Triscuits were named for the fact that they were baked by electricity. I guess it was right after electricity was invented, Triscuits were invented, so the Triscuits were named Triscuit to celebrate electricity. Well, that's the end of my little fun facts, and I'm gonna put Kiki's link below. Go check her out. I emailed We Blessings and asked them to please hurry up and send me my box because I'm going out of town and I need it now. So they said they'd send it out right away. So hopefully it'll get here early next week. Because if it got here in October, there's not even anybody here to get it, and I wouldn't be able to, they'd charge me for it all because I wouldn't be able to send it back. So I want them to hurry up and get it to me so I have time to check it out. I remember, I think I told you all, when I first moved here, I had nothing. I mean, nothing. I had my bedroom stuff and that brown chair. That was it. Well, and that, some decoration-y stuff, but nothing else. No furniture, no kitchen stuff. And my grandma friends from my grandson's school that he goes to, and there's a grandparents association, and there's about 6 of us that are kind of the core that, keep things running, and there's a lot of other peripheral people that come and go, but we're sort of the core that have been here for a long time. And the other 5 there was me making the 6th, but the other 5 ladies, they're the ones that totally tricked out my kitchen with dishes and pots and pans and silverware and Tupperware and chemicals and towels and everything. So now that my house is almost done, I mean, it's lacking a couple things here and there, but it's pretty much almost done. I invited them over for muffins, not tomorrow, or not tomorrow, 2 days from now, not this coming Monday, but the one after that, as a little thank you and for them to see what they started with their generosity. Well, that is it for now, and don't know if I'm doing anything this weekend or not, but I will do something on Mask Monday. I'm trying to think what I can do to get ahead, to throw some things out there for you while I'm gone, because I am going to work on doing a better job of filming things or have my girlfriend do it for me, because I didn't do too good a job on my Alaska cruise. So I'm going to try and do a better job in Costa Rica. And I have a surprise for you too, involving my trip to Costa Rica, but you'll have to wait and find out what that surprise is. I might have somebody traveling with me. We'll see. Anyway, love you all. If you don't know who I am, I'm Pat. That's the P part of Blessed GMP, stands for Blessed Grandma Pat. I do Ask Mondays, I do Fun Facts Fridays, I do lots of unboxings, lots of collabs, lots of giveaways, all kinds of things. So I'd love to have you in my happy little family. Talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye.